Representation of a king long gone, the highest enlightened nigga sitting on top of the sun. An angel.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Danny, aka King Bub, and we are back with week 4. And this is the battle of the Battle Union. And we are going up against, like I said in the team builder, we are going up against Jedi and his Western Weezings. So if you did not see the team analysis, go check it out, because that's where I explain my team and what I'm bringing in, what I think he's bringing, and all that good stuff you guys already know. So make sure you guys check that out, because it's really important if you want to know exactly what my thought process is going into the battle and what team I'm bringing and stuff like that. So as you see in the screen right now, you probably see Danny and then Jedi. So I recorded this battle live, but I'm talking over the live recording because I feel like it gives me more time to talk about my thought process in between each move. Because when you talk about the battle that the DS saves, it doesn't have any pauses in between, so it's kind of hard to say everything you want to say, and you gotta kind of rush through it. So that's why I'm doing it this way. I did speed it up, so it's not like at the regular speed the normal DS will be, so it's not super long. Yeah, so let me play the screen real quick. So yeah, I was really scared. If you guys, like I said, the team builder, I say I was really scared of a Bandit Aerodactyl was pretty scary. Raikou could put in work and it could stop a lot of my threats on my team, like Rotom and things like that. What else? Latias could be annoying if offensive. I was expecting a Life Orb offensive Latias and things like that. So here we do see the team right now, and right away, he did bring the Absol like I thought. He brought the Jellicent like I thought. He brought the Latias, the Gliscor, the Chinchino, and then he brought Aromatisse. So I did not think he would bring Aromatisse, just because Aromatisse gives my Dragougi a free switch every single time it comes in, and it's not going to have anything for my Dragougi. If he doesn't have HP 5 for a Scavalier, then Scavalier walls it. If he if he has HP Ice for Dragougi instead of HP Fire, then like I said, Scavalier walls it. If he has HP Fire over HP Ice, then Dragougi walls it. So I thought Aromatisse was not gonna be coming. I thought maybe Aerodactyl, something like that, to keep the offensive pressure going, would come instead. Raikou definitely I thought would come 100%, because it could do some work to my team, but he left off with Mega Absol in other matches. So my safest bet was leading off with Whimsicott. So you'll see I do start off with Whimsicott here. I'm trying to see what he might start off with. I just thought it was my safest bet because nothing wants to take a Moonblast from Whimsicott. So Jedi will be issuing the challenge in 1 second, like right here. So he goes out with Jerry, which is his Chinchino. So I was like, okay. He starts off with his Chinchino, which it cannot take a Moonblast, but I do not want to risk getting hurt right now with Tail Slap if he's like Choice Scarf or something like that. So I do switch out into my Skarmory, because my Skarmory is my straight up wall against his Chinchino, and I can also scout to see whatever it wants to do, because I can't really touch my Skarmory at all. So I can carry HP Fire, but has such a pitiful special attack, it's not going to do anything. And I am mixed bulk, more defensive, but also has special defense, so I can handle things like Latias and stuff like that. So I switch into my Skarmory, like I said, and he goes for a substitute. So I was really shocked. I was like, okay, what is he trying to do here? It would have been better if I stayed in with my Whimsicott, just went for the Moonblast, because I have Infiltrator, which hits through subs, so that kind of would have been nice. I would have known that he's not Scarfed, he's not Bandit, so right away the threat is gone. The threat from a Chinchino was Bandit and Scarfed, and it's not that. He actually goes for a Calm Mind, so he's a special Chinchino. So I was kind of like, alright, so this thing is really not a threat at all, because I doubt it has anything to handle my Skarmory at all. I can break its stuff with Iron Head, no problem, because it does around like 30 to 40 something percent. So I had no problem with that. So this Chinchino actually does not do anything to my team, and I'm not going to play no games early on. I'm not going to let him set up another sub and another Calm Mind. So I'm going to go for another Iron Head, because like I said, I'm not playing no game. I'm trying to win this battle, so I'm not trying to make mistakes this game. So I'm not going for rocks, I'm not going for spikes, I'm not going for toxic, I'm not doing any of that. I am breaking his sub every time he wants to do this, trying to get as much damage as possible, because like I said, I do not want him to set up a sub in my face when I know that's what he's gonna do. So here once again I do go for the Iron Head. Like I said, I do not want him to set up a sub. He already tried again and he's already really hurt, so now my Iron Head is actually a 2-hit KO, and he cannot 2-hit KO me if anything. So this Cinccino set was interesting, but I don't think it worked against my team at all, so it was actually a little bit better for me. He goes into his Gliscor, which is a good switch, but that Iron Head actually does a really good chunk. I'm actually surprised because I have no attack investment at all, and this is a Gliscor. Gliscor is extremely bulky, so for that damage, I was thinking it might be kind of offensive. I was like, okay, that damage did a good chunk, so this thing might be offensive, but still, I was just thinking it was defensive. Maybe it's more specially defensive than defensive, so in my head, alright, it still doesn't mean it's offensive, it doesn't mean anything. So here, I believe I do switch out into my Rotom, because Rotom is actually a free player now, since he doesn't have things like Aerodactyl, and Raikou is not there to threaten it either. Rotom can really just run around this team and do whatever the hell it wants. It's kind of like a free player, because I can do anything. So he goes for the Swords Dance, which I'm like, wow, an offensive Gliscor. Like, he's bringing some crazy sets, but I don't think they're gonna work against my team, because I am fully physical Rotom, so he doesn't have like any grass coverage moves like he could hit me with. So I know Rotom can actually stay in front of this Gliscor pretty well and do a lot of damage. So I'm just gonna go for the safe Hydro Pump. I really thought about Volt Switching. I knew he wasn't gonna stay in, but I didn't want to Volt Switch and then him hit me kind of hard in case he has something. So I just go for the Hydro Pump, and then here we find out that Jellicent is not water absorbed, so we can hit it with Hydro Pump safely, so we don't have to worry about it getting any health back or anything like that, so we know it's Curse Body. So I go for the Volt Switch to do some decent damage, and from that damage I could kind of tell it is pretty specially defensive, because Volt Switch will normally do more than that. So this Jellicent's already down to half health, which is really good, and here my thought process was either go into Whimsicott or Dragalge, and here I decide to go into the Dragalge because his Aromatisse does not want to switch into my Dragalge in case I press Sludge Bomb. His Latias does not want to switch into my Dragalge in case I press Draco Meteor or Dragon Pulse or anything like that. So Dragalge was the safest bet. And if you guys did not see my set for Dragalge in the team analysis, I have Dragon Pulse, Draco Meteor, Sludge Wave, and Toxic Spikes. I'm fully special attacker, and I'm a full special attacker with Choice Specs. But I have Toxic Spikes to bluff, like making him think I'm not a special attacker. I'm just like, you know, a special wall or something like that. I knew he would go for the burn here because any chance for him to get any residual damage on my Rotom is best for him, because Rotom is a freaking wall, and he doesn't have anything super effective to hit him with besides like Bully Seed from Cinccino, but we already saw it was a special Cinccino, so I don't think he has Bullet Seed. So here I decided, I felt like he was gonna stay in and recover because he wants to keep the health, and he knows I can't kill him, and he might think I'm scared to go for Draco in case Aromatisse comes in. So he does go for the recover, and I just go for the Toxic Spikes, baiting him to think that I am a like supportive set, you know, like here to be bulky and stuff like that. So I went for the Toxic Spikes because that was the plan. Obviously I'm Choice Specs, so I cannot stay in Toxic Spikes, so I'm gonna switch out because I do not want to put up another layer. And because truthfully a Poison is better for me kind of than a Toxic because it does more residual damage, and that's all I need. So I go back into Rotom just so I could get another Volt Switch around. And he goes for Hex, trying to get that damage on Dragalge because my Dragalge is burned, and you guys know Hex. You guys know how Hex works. So if I have a status, Hex does what, like, I forget how much more. It does more damage. That's all that matters, and I don't want to take that damage. So I switch out, and Rotom takes that Hex really well. With leftovers, I'm close to full health, so Rotom's just sitting here real nice. So I go for the Volt Switch, and he does get the Curse Body, which obviously does not matter because you know, I'm switching out, doesn't matter. So I go for the Volt Switch, get some decent damage on Jellicent. It looked way less than last time, which is weird. Now I guess I got a really high roll, and I got a min roll this time. So who do I go into? I think I do go into Whimsicott here, because my plan against this Jellicent, I already seen Will-O-Wisp, I already seen Recover, and I've already seen. Did I see Scald yet? No, I don't think I saw Scald. Recover, yeah. Hex, there we go. So we know 3 moves, so he either has Scald or Ice Beam left. If he has Ice Beam, then Rotom completely walls it. Even if he has Scald, Rotom completely walls it. So my Rotom I already know can wall this Jellicent pretty well, and Whimsicott can sit right in front of it. So I'm gonna go for a Leech Seed because I have a feeling he was gonna go for a Will-O-Wisp, because once again, any residual damage for him is the best thing for him to do, because my team can be pretty bulky, and he might think I'm a bulky team. So actually, once again, my Whimsicott is offensive as hell. So we have full special attack, full speed, and a pixie plate, so I could hit really hard with those Moonblast because he has nothing to resist it. But against the Jellicent, I'm obviously gonna click Giga Drain, so I'm gonna go for Leech Seed first because I can get some health back from whatever he wants to do. So if he does want to burn me, at least I'll get health back from the Leech Seed, and then Giga Drain is gonna give me a lot of health back. So Whimsicott right away is putting in the pressure like I wanted it to do. It's putting in some good pressure against his Jellicent. I thought he was gonna switch, especially because he's Leech Seeded, so I just went for the safe Giga Drain just in case, and he actually stays in, and it does a really good chunk of damage. And he goes for the Will-O-Wisp. I think he did go for the Willow before, but he missed, pretty sure. Yeah, I think he went for the Willow when I switched into Whimsicott. He missed. Then he went for Recover, and now he goes for a Willow again just to get some damage on me. But he's really low on health now, and his Jellicent's one of his main walls that I wanted to take down, and Whimsicott's job was to take this thing down. But he does switch, and I'm pretty sure I go for a Giga Drain. Yeah, I do go for the Giga Drain, and then the poison comes in handy right now, and Chinchino is not a switching into my Whimsicott. I don't know if he thought I was maybe like a defensive or especially defensive Whimsicott or things like that, but nah, I'm fully offensive, so that Giga Drain did so much damage, and now Whimsicott can just sit right in here, still almost at full health. That burn is really doing nothing, and with a Giga Drain, I'll at least get some health back from it. So I know I outspeed because I know this thing's not scarfed, and I know it's not I mean, even if it was stashed, it'd be gone by now. So I think I actually had leftovers, but I go for the Giga Drain because I know we'll take it out, and Whimsicott gets the first kill of the match. So we take out his little Chinchino, which really did not do anything whatsoever. But Whimsicott's putting in the work early game already. We're like, what, 14 minutes in or so, something like that. Sorry if I spaced out randomly. I'm really tired today. I'm just feeling tired today. I sleep too late, guys. I really do sleep too late. But so he has his Whimsicott out. What just died? Chinchino just died. I'm pretty, yeah, here I believe he goes into his Aromatisse, and I had a feeling he would go into his Aromatisse because that's the only thing on his team that actually wants to go up against. Oh no, he does not go into his Aromatisse. Actually, I don't think he goes. He makes a weird play. The least possible thing he would bring in, he brings in, which is his Absol. I have no idea why. I don't know if he thought that I was a defensive, what's it called? Whimsicott, and he thought he would outspeed me or something like that. Not 100% sure. Maybe he was specially defensive, but I don't think so. I looked at his team now since he wasn't. I'm thinking he thought I was a defensive Whimsicott, and I'm not. I'm fully offensive. And a Moonblast, Pixie Plate, full special attack, stab is gonna destroy this Mega Absol. And Whimsicott already got 2 kills early on in the game, and Whimsicott's already putting in the work, and we are now 6-4 up, which is a great start. Like, I can't complain about that. So now he actually does go into the Aromatisse, which I thought was the play he should have made in the first place, but he didn't. So obviously I was gonna stay in and take advantage of that play. So I go for the Leech Seed, trying to get some health back from this thing. I knew it would carry HP Fire, but I knew I could live one. But I missed the Leech Seed, which I guess is like payback for him missing the Willow the first time. So I can't really complain about that. So now my Whimsicott's at really low health, so I do not wanna let it die because it could still put in massive work to his team. So right away I do switch into my Dragalge because he can't really touch this Dragalge. He goes for Aromatisse. So far we've seen he goes for Aromatisse. Wow. He goes for Aromatherapy. So we've seen HP Fire Aromatherapy, and I saw his team analysis, and he also had Wish and Moonblast, which that sack set I thought he would have. So I go for Sludge Wave because it was a safe play. Not many things want to take a Sludge Wave from this thing, and Jellicent definitely doesn't want to because it gets completely taken out. A critical hit. I don't think the crit mattered. Especially defensive Jellicent, I don't think lived, and even with the poison it'd be taken out. So it would have been Dragalge's kill regardless. So he goes into his Latios, and I do not want to stay on this Latios. I believe I go into Escavalier. I actually forget exactly what I do here. I think he actually like he switches out. I think he didn't think I was Specs, and he thought I was gonna go for like a Draco or a Dragon Pulse or something. but I believe I switch into a Scavalier here, and I believe he switches into Aromatisse. If I'm remembering it correctly. Like I said, guys, I'm a little tired, so I don't remember, but I think that's what he does. I'm pretty sure. I should have probably rewatched this, but I didn't. But I'm almost 100% sure that's what happens. Yeah. He does go back into Aromatisse thinking I'm gonna go for the Draco, and that's a ballsy play because I could have went for a Sludge Wave and I could have destroyed his Aromatisse. But I go into a Scavalier because I played it safe against the Latias. I didn't think he would go back into Aromatisse. And I am a fully specially defensive Scavalier. I'm going for Iron Head. I don't care what this thing wants to do to me. I know it has HP Fire, but it's built to take on 2 HP Fires. It's not a 2-hit KO on me. And of course he's gonna go for the HP Fire, and it's not a 2-hit KO on me, so Scavalier is freaking monster. So I go for an Iron Head. He has the berry, which is fine because it's still a 2-hit KO no matter what. Even without the berry, it was gonna be a 2-hit KO. So I believe so. Yeah, he probably would have lived like 10 HP or something. Well, he would have died from the poison, but whatever. So he does go for another HP Fire, I guess, trying to dwindle down my Scavalier, but my Scavalier job is just to handle this Aromatisse, even though nothing wants to take on this Scavalier too well because it can hit really hard. So he goes for the HP Fire, and I do live it pretty comfortably, and I go for another Iron Head, and the Scavalier gets his first kill in the Battle Union. Good shit is Scavalier, putting in the work at the Bug Union, getting them kills, ending kills. So with leftovers, I'm sitting a pretty decent amount of health. And like I said, I didn't think a Scavalier was that big. I didn't need it as much anymore. So I didn't know what this Gliscor wanted to do. I already know it's not Toxic Orb, so I did just want to knock it off to take off any item it has. And actually does a really good chunk, and I take off its Life Orb, which is alright. So now I'm making it a little bit weaker. Scavalier went for a Sword Stance, but like I said before, my Rotom-wash completely walls this thing 100%. We've seen Sword Stance. I think that's all we've seen so far. Sword Stance. Yeah, that's all we've seen so far. Sword Stance. So if he doesn't have Roost, it's gonna be easy pickings for my Rotom, and it's still a 2-hit KO even if he does have Roost. So he goes for the Earthquake, and I Levitate, so now Rotom is just sitting here, came in with a free switch, and I'm just, look at Rotom just smiling and cheesing at this Gliscor. And here I took the opportunity. If you guys know about my team builder, I said Latias gonna be a switch into Rotom, so I'm gonna do the ballsy play, and I'm gonna go for the Thunder Wave, and it does freaking work out. Oh man, I love when plays like these work out because I don't know, it's just nice when I read stuff like that. So I knew he wasn't gonna stay with Gliscor. He switches into his Latias, and I get the Thunder Wave, so now I know 100% sure if he is Scarfed, I'm still gonna outspeed with my Crocodile. And here I do believe I Volt Switch out because I know I'm gonna be faster because it is paralyzed. Even though it's not gonna do anything, hey, it's damage. Why would I just switch out normally? And I believe I do go into my Scavalier here, and he takes the Psy Shock. I don't think it was a 2-hit KO from there. I went for a Protect just so I could get some more health back. So here you'll see I do go for a Protect just so I could get some more leftovers back, because then that Psy Shock does not kill. But he did switch out. I thought he would go for it again, and he does not. So I'm not sure if that Psy Shock would have killed the second time, like after the Protect. But he goes back into Gliscor, and I go into my Windstorm, which was a bad move. This was one of the only bad moves I made this whole game. He did have this core between Latias and Gliscor that can really do work to me. I think that crit actually did matter. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it didn't, but I should have switched into Crocodile. I don't know why I was still scared of losing the Scarf. I don't think it matters if I lose the Scarf because his Latias is paralyzed, so I know I'm gonna outspeed no matter what. So if I went to Crocodile there, I would have got my Scarf knocked off. I would have killed this Gliscor with an Aqua Tail, and then I would have killed his Latias with a knockoff. So I don't know why I didn't just do that instead, but hey, shit happens when you're actually playing in the game. Sometimes you don't think everything out thoroughly, but I go for the Hydro Pump, doing the safe play, and it does a good chunk of damage on this Latias. And from the damage he did on my Scavalier with that Psy Shock, I could tell it was an offensive Latias, which is what I was expecting to come this week. I thought maybe a Life Orb, but I didn't see Life Orb damage, so I was thinking maybe something Specs, or I'm pretty sure I was thinking it had to be Specs because it did a good chunk of damage onto my Scavalier, who's pretty bulky. So I go for the Volt Switch, and this is where some hacks comes into my favor once again. I go into my Scavalier because I'm just like, I can really sack this thing off and then just come into Crocodile next and knock off and kill this thing. And so I'm pretty sure I do come into a Scavalier here. Come on, that's the best play, boy. Just click a Scavalier. So I do go into a Scavalier, and he gets paralyzed. So I'm like, yes, all right, cool. So now I have a chance. I'm pretty sure. I know I can live a Side Shock for sure. I don't think I can live a Draco or a Dragon Pulse, but like I said, the Scavalier is being sacked off right now. So that's what's gonna happen. I click Mega Horn because I know I'll kill this thing 100%, even if it was at full health. As long as I hit it, of course. I was thinking I was gonna miss because I tend to miss a lot. But he gets paralyzed again, so I felt really bad. And I go for the Mega Horn and I kill his Latios. And now all he has left is that Gliscor. And obviously, as you can see, I'm 5-0 up. And his Gliscor can't touch my Rotom. Can't really touch my Scavalier. So it's pretty much game here. I just gotta get rid of this Gliscor. So Bug Union can't really touch this Gliscor too much, so I'm gonna switch out obviously into Rotom. Why wouldn't I? Rotom fully physically defensive, it's at full health, he has no rocks, nothing. He goes for the knockoff and that does completely nothing. So now Rotom just sits in front of this thing, I click Hydro Pump, and as long as I hit it I win. So he goes for another knockoff, it does nothing to me. And Rotom hits the Hydro Pump and gets the 6th kill of the season, which I'm really proud of Rotom putting in the freaking work. And we do beat Jedi, so we beat Jedi 5-0 week 4. The cross division matches. So cross division is like I'm versing someone from the Alpha division and I'm from the Omega division, and everybody else is versing cross division also. So we are now 3-1 with a +5 differential. So I'm pretty pumped that we won another game. So we have to keep it going, guys, because this was a good match. I think I just built a better team against his team that really just put in the work. Scavalier got 2 kills, Whimsicott got 2 kills, Rotom got a kill, and who else got a kill? Jagaji got a kill. So my Crocodile didn't even touch the floor at all. So he's kind of sad because he wanted to play the game, but he didn't play the game. So so next we're going up against the Gothenburg Garchomps and my homie, my good friend Chris, aka Skyrander, who is an amazing battler, and I'm gonna have to prep my ass off for this battle also, just like I've been doing for every battle. So I have to make sure I play extremely well next week, and we gotta get another win, because if we can make it 4-1, I think I'd be pretty happy. There's no reason for me not to be happy. So so thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave a like for the win this week, because I'm pretty happy I got this win. And leave a like to keep pushing me on for every single week, and sub if you're new, because I love new people so I can make videos for you guys, joining the Royal family and all that good stuff. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next week. I'm gonna be putting up other content and stuff like that too, so I'll see you then. But for TBU, I'll see you guys next Thursday. So thank you guys, have a beautiful day and peace out.